Well, I've been wanting to do a story about Christians and Christianity in China for some time. We soon found trying to speak to these people, these underground churchgoers, in the current climate in China is really difficult because the authorities don't want you to speak to them and they're monitoring them, and if you try and speak to them, well, as we found out, that we would then be the target of the authorities, of secret police and what have you. Any story in China can become potentially really difficult, and sometimes it can become surprisingly easy. In the case of this story, I didn't expect it would be anywhere near as hard as this. It's pretty hard to go and meet up with people and talk about sensitive subjects when everything you do is being watched. Everywhere you go, you're being tailed. When we were in Zhejiang province, we were being followed by, obviously it was secret police, because everywhere we went, they would follow us. So, of course, we decided we've got to try and include this in the story. You know, if we're down there, we can't speak to the Christians we're going to talk to, we might as well just film the goons. Correspondents here are being called into the police regularly and asked to explain their stories now. They're doing this with taped interviews with the police. Police are asking for their sources. How did you find out about this? Can we see your notebooks? There are a few hundred correspondents in Beijing at the moment who are all scratching their heads and wondering whether this just is the new way things are going to be forever or for the immediate future, or whether or not this is just a situation that will pass. It's definitely becoming a harder place to report in, there's no doubt about it. I should add, though, that in China, maybe 90% of the population are not coming up against any of this. It's just that certain groups, whether they be Christians or human rights lawyers or academics or anybody who's trying to do something that brings them into a bit of conflict with the authorities, and especially in conflict with the Communist Party, they are really having their rights trampled on at the moment.